There we go. Great. Good start.
Good start.
Push to talk is your friend. Use it.
Yes.
Carnage, that mic, dude. Hot mic. There you go. Oh man, you gotta love doing a live recording because there are bloopers, obviously. Oh man, Manhattan, perfect. Oh, definitely going medic on this one. Anyway, back to what we were saying before we were so rudely interrupted by that hot Carnage mic. We have with us in the game, you'll see here, Turkolo18, aka Mr. Redheaded Gamer. Agumon, aka Agumon. Carnage, aka Carnage, trade offers only. Turkensto, aka Tiensto.
Hello.
And hello, mate. And Turkey Roosevelt, aka Teddy Roosevelt.
Yo.
The man who needs no introduction. Welcome. Welcome to YouTube, welcome to Twitch, welcome to MvM. It's just a pleasure to have you here, Teddy, as always. So we're here to kick some robot ass and also talk about the state of the economy. What is the first thing you guys want to address today? Anybody just have something burning that they just want to get off their chest right now in front of the whole internet?
I'd say the first and foremost thing we should talk about is the refined issue.
Aha! The refined metal issue. Okay, so to those of our viewers out there that don't... Oh, Jesus. No, we're not using the Medigun. Hell no. Sorry. To those of our viewers out there might be scratching their head and saying, but Teddy and Chicken, what do you mean refined problem? So what exactly is going on right now, Teddy? You want to elaborate?
Here's the problem. Keys are costing way too much, buds are costing too little, and refined metal is basically worthless.
That's actually a few separate sets of problems, though. Okay, so in my opinion, the reason why there is a metal problem right now, and this is just my opinion, is that there's nothing good to do with metal at the moment. Literally nothing. So,
I definitely agree.
yeah? And there's nothing that you can spend it on. So basically, everything in the economy that currently costs less than a key is measured in metal, and when somebody sells something, all that metal does is it sits in their backpack and it gets spent on something else. That metal is never actually getting out of the system. It's just passing hands and being used as a trading currency over and over and over and over again.
Which is fine, but the problem here is that once again, it's not leaving the economy. So we need to find a way to get rid of a bunch of metal for it to become useful and a valid currency again. Right now, it's being used as like pennies and change to be able to use it.
I agree. I'm just making sure our sound levels are good right now. I agree. The biggest problem is that there are it's a string of problems. There's nothing worth crafting at the moment with metal. There are too many hats. If you go and want to build a hat out of metal, you'll get way too many options. You don't have any chance, most likely, of crafting what you want or crafting something worth profit. And the problem is even if you do craft something worth profit... Oh, geez, somebody's gonna... Oh, okay. I don't know if I'm gonna make it up top to save you. Probably not. Nope. Sorry. Even if you do craft something, what are you going to do? You're gonna sell it for more metal, and then that creates the problem of more metal.
Or recraft.
Yep. Or recraft it into another hat. It's not
There's
really
not
going
enough uses
anywhere.
for metal.
Exactly. It's
And
not really
keys-
going anywhere.
Or keys is self-explanatory for keys. You can open
There always
boxes, whatever.
There's always a demand for keys.
Yes, always.
The problem is, do you believe that Valve ever intended metal to be used as a trading currency to buy things like keys? But then on the flip side of that, you can ask yourself, well, did Valve ever intend earbuds to be used as a trading currency?
Nope.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Yeah.
Valve
So
didn't even intend
in a
to
sense,
be
we
a
kind
hack.
of did it, you know, to ourselves.
We did it to ourselves. Well, in my opinion, I think that there has to be some base currency for the game, and that is the base currency. Drop weapons, unique weapons. They drop. You turn them into metal. The metal you can do for other things. Now, the problem is we haven't had. Again, this is just my personal opinion. We haven't had a chemistry set in what, 6 months? A little over 6 months. We haven't had a collector's set since I think they stopped dropping after the bread update. So there's nothing depleting more weapons. There's nothing depleting more items. Now, to go off on a tangent later, we're gonna table this one for now. But that's another thing we need to talk about is collector sets. As you guys watching right now might remember, there was an update that allowed many limited time items to be added to the Steam community market. Those of you that trade know limited items are earbuds, bills, things of value, big bills, yep. Anything limited. So this added another quality to the game, which you guys saw just a little bit over a month ago with the limited summer crate and limited time items. Now, before in the past, the only limited time items there were special promos and Halloween and Christmas stuff.
Also the retired hats.
Right. Jesus, see, that's another thing we need to talk about too, is the retiring of hats. Going back to the metal issue, let me ask you guys in the chat, and you also, the team, why am I doing that? I already have to you in the team speak as well. What do you guys think some solutions to making metal useful would be?
Well, metal's intent. I can, not to rudely interrupt, but my thoughts would be metal was currently used for and primarily used for crafting other hats, not really currency. So I think that if you retire a bunch of hats, make like, I don't know, half the hat roster uncraftable anymore.
Half the hat roster?
Yeah, like you're gonna need a lot of to do it because there's a lot of hats at the moment. Get rid of a lot of the crappy hats, and then it'll give people more of an initiative to start crafting and using their metal. But right now, no one's crafting because there's no point to crafting at the moment.
Wow.
Even when like a new craft number comes out.
All right,
it's
that's
like,
a pretty like big goal though. And you, I mean, how do you feel about what about retiring? What about if you retire a hat that's an unusual? That's gonna send a frenzy for that particular unusual.
Watch out for spice.
Well, that's the thing though. I'm not proposing that we retire the hat completely. I mean, make them uncraftable. I say retired.
Uncraftable.
Yeah. So you can't craft the hat anymore, but you can still acquire it through like this Manco store, or you can, you know, get an unusual quality of it, or find it as a drop. But what they should do is do this so they can give people.
Oh, that NG. Oh, that NG. Oh. I thought I saw my light flashing from my eyes.
Too good, ain't it?
That short circuit. You gotta love the short circuit for MvM, guys. Not good for much other stuff, but great for MvM. Okay, so what you're saying is not actually retire the hats, but just make them to where they can't be crafted anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Would you also take them out of the drop system then?
You can still get them as drops, but in all fairness, though, getting them as drops is not nearly as likely as you know, crafting them. Considering much more people are going to craft, and not as many.
It's much rarer.
Yeah.
I concur. That's an interesting.
On a side note, another problem is all those metal farmers with bots.
Yeah.
Well, there's nothing else to do with metal at the moment.
You could use it to, I mean, even though it costs a shit ton, you can still use it to buy keys and shit, but...
No, I'm gonna get you sticky.
Alright.
Besides
oh, shit.
hoarding of metal, besides bots, which also you have to say that the fact that everything's going so automated now has to be partially responsible for the inflation of things, because one thing that people will always pay for in the TF2 community. Look out, Teddy. Look out. They're all behind you. Oh no, these are real people. What am I doing? Fake medic. Fake medic. God, I lost my train of thought trying to kill them spies. Okay, so let's go back to solutions to the problem. Alright, so we talked about collector sets and chem sets. We talked about retiring hats. So retiring, so you're just saying taking them out of the crafting system. So do you think that there needs to be some hats retired, period, or just taken out of the crafting system?
It might help just retire some hats. I mean, they retired the first generation of hats. Why not start retiring the second generation of hats just to get some more, I guess, out of the system?
I definitely agree.
I mean,
there are way too many.
I mean, like for instance, if they retired the second generation of hats ever made, then what's the point? Like, it's not really. It shouldn't really increase the unusual price. Or maybe it will to the hype, but honestly, there's already so many of those unusuals in the game.
I don't know, I got milk for this one.
Okay,
This is steel up top.
so in your opinion, how many hats need to be taken out of... How many hats need to be taken out of craft capability, and how many hats need to be retired?
Well, here's also my opinion too. Hats from like community crates, I don't think those should be craftable. And here's two reasons.
Well, but I think that's a decision up to the up to the creator, right?
It's more or less a decision of the Valve that they ask the creator, but they need to, I think they need the creator's consent, or not. I don't know actually what they have to do about that. I'm pretty sure they do, but at the same time, they've used the same formula for years now, so I can imagine they wouldn't have to. But if they, it work in two ways. Like, if they didn't make those community crates or community hat crates hat craftable, not only would the community creators get more money from people having to buy keys for the hats, but they would also, reduce all the clutter in the game. I mean, just when all the crates unboxed during the seasons, or when the community crate does come out, there's already going to be a shit ton of hats floating into the game already. So we don't need to put even more in after the event, so with the craftability of them.
And they haven't retired hats in a while too.
Been a long time. It's been almost like a year and a half.
Well, the last thing that they retired was like the batter's helmet and that stuff, right?
Yeah.
And the pyros something.
First hats.
But that was a year ago?
More.
No.
Those
really?
No, I think it was more than a year, right?
It was at the beginning of 2012.
What? No way. No. This was earlier than this. This was recently.
Oh, it was the beginning of 2013. My bad. So yeah, it's been over a year.
Well, the point is that they haven't done it in a while, so.
Okay. Chat suggesting craftable keys out of metal. See? Okay. Let's talk about this. Okay, I know.
Yeah.
Easy. Let's just talk about it for a minute. This has been brought up many times, and just to give you guys a little bit of background, I actually haven't been trading for that long. I've been trading for a little over a year, literally just a little bit over a year. And I see it brought up all the time on the backpack.tf forums. People have suggested it in here before, just as you guys are now.
It's been suggested for years.
There's nothing really wrong with that idea, except that you're basically saying like we should be able to get stuff for free from free metal, which is, to be honest, I think Valve's pretty fair. They give you, I'm not saying I'm not addressing anybody in particular. I'm just saying you guys, meaning people that are free to plays. I think they give people a pretty good opportunity to get their hand at just about anything in the game that actually makes the game fun. So you can get a hat, you can get paint, you can get a name tag. They gave out some stuff last Christmas. They gave out some stuff this Halloween. So you get a little sample of stuff, and if you're just playing this game for free, it's not too bad. And I think Valve wants to give a good experience to people, and I think when they say that they want it to be a good free-to-play, I think they really mean that. They really do want it to be a good free-to-play. Yes, they want to make money, but they also want people that don't have hundreds of dollars to spend to also have a good time. I truly believe that. I'm not saying that they don't do things to get more money from the people that have the money, which sure they do, but that's a business tactic. I have to say that I don't see the craftable key thing working, and the only thing that could possibly happen would be something more or less like the Breadbox update, which we had already. And you little wanker. All right. Something like the Breadbox update, they would never allow a key, like a straight up normal regular key that can open up any crate to be crafted out of metal. I just don't see that happening. I mean, you guys can definitely add your flavor to the. What were you gonna say, T and Teddy?
I was gonna. Oh,
go ahead. Go ahead.
You going?
No, you go ahead, man.
Okay. I was gonna say that if keys were craftable, which I'm saying, I do strongly think they should not be craftable because for several reasons, some of them you listed. But if they were to be craftable, you have to understand that they would be like a ridiculous amount because Valve would still want to give you an initiative to go to the store and buy them.
Exactly.
Like, they'd be like 50 or fine metal or something like absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, they could be craftable, but they might not even be just worth anyone's time.
I feel like if it becomes craftable, it's gonna be way too fucking expensive.
On top of that, they also could, I mean, we want keys to go down in that price, but there's a difference between devaluing a key and wanting it to go down in price. If it devalues, that means people are going to have less of demand for it and have less interest in it.
Is this one upstairs?
No.
But see, okay, let's talk about this. So even if they make it a craftable key for 50 ref or something like that, that means that normal keys are going to go up to 50 ref, which is going to screw everybody. So why would you want that?
It's going to be the same thing, but just worse in my opinion.
I really just feel like I don't know. I'm trying to be reasonable and hear out, and I see different opinions from people all the time about different ways to fix it, and I really like your guys' idea with the retiring of hats, and taking some out of the crafting system would be amazing too. It would give people some incentive to be like, oh, I can craft this now, and I have a better chance of crafting that. The retiring of hats, I think, would be amazing, even if they're on unusual quality. You know what? Rest in pepperonis. I'm sorry. There's just so many hats out there right now. I don't even think that the new hats are being unboxed at a decent rate because there's a billion ones you could possibly unbox. So get rid of some of the crappy ones. Fix up, Good.
In the unusual part of it, it'll definitely raise the price, for retired hats, obviously. And I think it'll bring the, people trading. I think it'll make people trade more.
I think it'll improve the value of some of the hats, which is great. Some people will really go, oh my Jesus, bro.
Everyone's fucking dying.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep people alive.
Oh jeez, this is not turning out well.
Me and Ogru are thugging it down over here. Sorry, we're trying to play MvM and have a very heated discussion at the same time. It's actually pretty hard. It's challenging. I challenge you YouTubers out there to do it sometime.
I'm dead.
Do a single take video.
I don't know where that 75 is. I found it. I found 40 of it.
Scooter up top. I mean, up front.
We got it.
Big scout running, big
Oh,
scout.
he's going to base. Let him cap. Oh no, we're
Alright.
Oh, fucking
yeah, we're
arse.
GG. Oh my god, what are you guys doing? You guys are crazy. No!
Oh.
I thought you were gonna save it. I was like, what? No way. Alright, back to what we were saying. Craftable key, I just don't see it happening. I think what we need is some way of just disposing of the metal. There just needs to be a way of disposing of it somehow. I mean, everybody gets metal every week. Every single player gets metal, and it's just being created and it's not going anywhere.
And the only time I see people use it is when there's an update, because they obviously want to get low craft numbers, but anything other than that, it's, you know.
They want to get low craft numbers, which most of the time they'll go to scrap.tf and purchase as many craft hats as they possibly can and just craft them that way rather than spending the metal themselves. Then all that metal sits in scrap.tf. Then it gets distributed back out to people scrapping their weapons and buying stuff. It never actually gets destroyed. That's what I'm saying. The biggest problem right now is it's just circulating. Just
sitting in people's backpacks. Like I have a shit ton of metal in my backpack that I don't even care about.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't even go buy keys.
Eh. That's what I paid for the crate, pretty much. Rip.
Ripperino. Yeah, so that's the biggest problem, is that nothing's worth crafting. People are just buying craft hats because craft hats are available as a drop, and you can get them from multiple sites, and you can get them from bots and people. People just sell craft hats all the time. You get craft hat drops from MvM. You get Ellis hats from Left 4 Dead 2. I mean, it's easily accessible item. So that's not really solving anything. We need something to do with the metal. Back in the day, we had those chem sets that took weapons, and weapons are metal basically. So that's a good solution. I think as far as Valve's concerned, if they want people to be unboxing more crates. Obviously, oh, nice. You look like a crazy weirdo though, with a viewfinder, antlers, and a Crohn's though. You look like some creeper. You look like some yeah. You look like some creep. Like I would not want to see this guy outside my window. That's for damn sure. All right. A lot of shit going on. Yeah, there's way too much going on. So back to the hats. So. Again, the metal just sits in scrap.tf and then it gets redistributed everywhere else. It's not actually going anywhere.
I have it.
The chem sets that required stranges, stranges can only be acquired from opening crates, which is good for Valve too. People are gonna either have to open crates to get more stranges, or take the 5 bazillion strange fists and strange Persian persuaders that nobody cares about. Take some of those out of the system, which is a good thing. And also you could do a combination of other stuff. Make the chem sets more sophisticated. Make them require a name tag or a paint or a hat or something. You know, make it a scavenger hunt. I have to say that a long time ago. What happened?
Let's get stop.
Alright. Oh my god! I should have turned around. Fuck my shield. My bad.
One suggestion I had to get to, you know, alleviate a lot of the metal from the market would be to create, and this might
money on the ramp.
What?
God, I'm having to use all my Ubers already.
Yeah, everyone's dead.
Yep, I'm already dead.
Alright.
Money like near the ramp, I think.
Right, I'm gonna try to get it. Oh, there's a lot of people. Oh, I see it. Oh god, it's in the ramp. Right under the ramp, right there to your left. Left.
Oh, here? Oh, okay, I see it. Thanks.
A special crate that requires a key crafted from metal? Sure, but again, it'd be a limited set of items, and people would only do it to get those limited set of items, which makes it just like any crafting event. It's not a normal everyday thing. Basically like bread boxes we were talking about earlier, where you could craft 3 hats together and get a bread box, which didn't require a key to open, and you had a chance of getting a strange or Unique. And it was a limited time thing, and they're limited time now, and they've gone up in price way hardcore. Rightfully so, because they're limited. Something like that would help. And I was just saying that with the chem sets and stuff like that, that would be one avenue to start off with. And before we lost that wave, I was about to say that was fun. I have to say, I filled out a lot of chem sets myself. I strangified so much stuff myself. That's what basically got me into trading, and it was fun, like tracking down all the items, hunting down stuff. I only built one collector's item myself, but those people that build the collector's items, that's probably pretty fun too. Obviously, you can go to scrap.tf and get most of what you need, which is obviously another site to use for just about everything, but I feel like that, along with some type of crafting event, would be good. But the problem is, if you do some type of crafting event like that where there's some special item, it has to be for a limited time, otherwise the community is so just gonna gobble up everything and oversupply the market. Like with bread boxes, they started off at like $2, and then by the time the event was almost over, they were already under $1. Then they shot back up big time. But if Valve would have been like, you know what, you guys can just keep crafting bread boxes for another 3 months, they would have been worthless. They would have been almost worthless by the time Valve was like, all right, finally, you know, we can cut you guys off. So it has to be another limited time event type of thing. And the problem is that the community needs more than it can supply. There's people every single day uncrating and uncrating and uncrating and uncrating. But again, the problem is not so much getting rid of stuff that comes out of crates. The problem is a lot of that stuff is only measurable in metal.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to block him. There we go. A lot of that stuff is only measurable in metal, and if people are buying and selling and trading stuff for metal, and that metal never actually leaves the system, you're still stuck with all this extra metal. Keys are going to continue to rise, and people are going to complain. And I know if anybody from Valve ever happens to watch this, you know, I know you guys probably never intended anybody to buy a key with metal, but at the same time, you have to start somewhere. Like, the new guys have to get a good feel for the game before they just decide, oh, I want to drop $200 on a hat, or I want to buy a bunch of keys. And I mean, trading is kind of what started everything, and I don't think that you can just. You guys gotta think now. Like, if you break it down, how much metal it actually takes to get a key now. Now I know it wasn't intended for this purpose, okay? But just hear me out. So I'm a noob, I'm poor, I'm playing a free-to-play, I want to have a good time. I get on here and I play every single day. You know, I get all my weekly drops. You get what? How much metal per week? 0.77 per week?
Almost refined, yeah.
Almost refined. So let's say you get a month to refined, right? You're gonna have to play for 6 months solid. 6 months to get one key. And then if you get that, you can't even get a good crate. You're gonna have to open like a 3rd gen crate, which there's nothing wrong with 3rd gen crates except for the fact that it's gonna produce you a 3rd generation unusual if you happen to get one, if you get lucky. And a lot, they're in such a big supply that whatever contents are inside that crate, it's not gonna be worth a whole hell of a lot too, because everybody's got one. So I mean, you gotta think, so 6 months, and you can't even trade if you don't premium your account. So you have to, at the bare possible minimum, spend what, 15 cents for a gift-a-pole? Something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
So you'd have to buy a gift-a-pole for 15 cents, and then play the game for 6 months to be able to afford a key to unbox one crate. And I mean, let's go. That's, I mean, it doesn't cost Valve anything. Like, it's just a key. It's just a crate. It's just
It'll be a lot easier to just buy it off market.
What?
The key.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
I was gonna say that, I mean, this might sound a little far-fetched, I have an open mind about it, but what if they were to do another type of golden wrench kind of thing, where if you can craft the refined metal together, you can, you know, craft your hat and have a random, small chance of getting like a golden wrench.
Like a really rare item.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
And then have like, you know, 50 or something, 100, but make them extremely
Kind of like
rare.
unboxing.
Yeah. But no, don't make it like an unusual. Don't make it like so like every, if like let's just say 40k people were to do it at the same time, that one of the people are gonna get one. Make it so even lower than that. Make it near really hard to get, but still possible. So as a result, people are gonna want to box this crate, or I mean, not box this crate, but craft these metals together so they can have a small chance of getting this thing.
Go, anyway.
Shitson, help me up top.
Can I get a heal, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Gotta keep everyone alive, man. Okay, sorry, Teddy. One more time.
So basically, unboxing with refine, kind of.
Well, kind of.
But then everybody that spent money on legitimate keys would be furious. So I just
Well, no,
don't
it's
see
not.
that.
Yeah.
Well, you
But
don't
like
unbox like unusual. It's a special like golden wrench type of thing, where if you craft the refined metal together, they have a very small chance of getting it.
And,
Yeah,
and
like-
it's non-tradable.
Yeah, it could be it could be tradable or non-tradable. I'm leaning towards non-tradable though.
But that would
Because that's the-
devalue the golden pan then, and the existing wrenches.
But then it's a different way of getting it, though.
Yeah, I mean it's still just as hard to get it.
All right, well, hear me out. So they do something like that, and people craft a billion refined metal together, right? What are you going to do with all of the hats that are generated from that, or whatever, weapons that are generated from that, or whatever gets crafted from that as a byproduct, aside from golden wrenches? What are you going to do about that?
And I mean that is the correct problem. You're gonna have all the hats in the game.
Craft
Right.
hat's gonna be useless as fuck.
I mean, alternatively, how about like if they do this, how about at the same time release another bread box type of thing to pair up with it, so you can, you know, craft your craft hats into something.
Like a massive crafting thing requiring metal and hats. Do you think
Yeah.
something that drastic is necessary?
Make it work.
But I'm saying, do you think that's necessary?
I think it,
And the retiring of hats too? Wow, that would like make refined metal like shoot up again. I'm not really sure that that's a good idea either.
It's too much. I think one thing would be enough. But I'm leaning more toward the retiring and all that shit. This worked before.
Yeah, chat's mentioning there's a big overstock problem now too. I agree. There's
like,
just-
Overstock?
There's just a mass of metal right now and hats, and I mean in general everything. Like, I watch the Steam community market frequently, so I see lots of different prices. I mean, backpack expanders are basically the same price as they are in the store now. Name tags are about the same price as they are in the store. Tour of Duty tickets are going to be shooting over 5 refined metal, so. I mean, the private trade is just suffering right now, all because the entire economy is based on metal. I mean, I don't see how keys shooting up to more metal is good. I don't know. The whole system is based on the metal. Like that's the currency of the game. I just don't think that you can make it worthless and have the economy still stabilized. I mean,
Yeah. That wouldn't work.
oh my god!
holy
Oh,
mother of Moses!
Rip.
How did I not die in
Sorry
that?
about that.
No problem.
All these scouts.
Yeah.
That mini though.
Don't hit on the mini sentry
That
now.
mini though.
These scouts.
Mini Sentry's OP, bro.
Okay. Actually, you know, a lot of the ideas that we've brought up tonight so far are amazing regarding the refined metal. I think that... So, let me just summarize, alright? Let me just summarize. So, some combination of chemistry sets, some type of crafting event, which could yield a specific special item, along with retiring several hats and making not craftable several hats as well. So taking them out of the craft system, meaning they're only available from drop or purchase or on trading, and then making some completely retired where they're not available from drop, hat, crate, etc. Right? Is that the summary? All right.
Another, like, and if we were like, if they were to start retiring hats, I think this would be a good suggestion for hat retiring. One, start retiring hats that are starting to make it uncraftable. Hats that are like genuine quality from a long time ago. Like all genuine quality hats that are craftable, make them uncraftable or not craftable anymore. Like from 2011 and below, or maybe 2012 and below, because they've been in this game for such a long time now. People already have tons of them. There's tons of them in the market.
Such as what? Killer exclusive?
Yeah, KEs, the Brutal Legend stuff, the Dash and the Shash.
The Brutal Buffon?
You can't,
can you craft,
craft genuine? Can you craft genuine?
Oh yeah, you mean like, well, the unique quality of the genuines, yeah.
So would you make a no longer craftable ham too?
You can do the weapons. I was just referring to the hats, but yeah, the weapons could work too, I guess. Although the weapons aren't really the problem though, because there's not really that many unique hands opposed to.
Yeah, because you have to create them. You can't get it as a
and you gotta
drop.
get lucky
Oh my god,
to create
fuck.
it.
Can I get a crits again? I'm sorry, I hit the...
Oh wow.
What a noob.
Thank you.
Alright, so that would take care of the metal and hat problem.
Just find some way to use that fucking metal. Some way.
3, 2, 1.
What's the next thing you guys want to go over?
How about unusuals?
Effects and hats?
There's too many effects and too many hats.
That comes hand in hand with the retiring of the hats. If you retire some of the unusual hats, that'd be cool.
Well, here's something a little brief history.
What about
I guess.
retiring effects? And if you would retire some, how would you retire them?
Well, technically, there's already 2 generations of retired effects if you want to count them as quote unquote. Actually, no, yeah, they are technically retired. You can still unbox them, but you can't actively unbox them. And I do admit that first generation crates are dwindling.
First generation crates are going bye-bye fast.
I don't think effects are necessarily a problem, it's more of the hats.
Like, when the Robot Boogaloo update came out, this is like the first
Watch
event
out.
of this instance, where Robotic Boogaloo produced like 60 hats that were all unboxable and unusual quality, and just started to flood the market with all these robot hats with all different types of effects.
Oh, Mother Mary!
And then, like, after that, almost all these crates have been having hats in the crates that are unboxable and unusual quality, and thus flooding the market with more and more stuff. Like, this Halloween has yielded more one-of-one unusuals than any other Halloween event ever, because there's just so many habits.
There's only one beak, I think, that was unboxed, or cloudy effect at least.
I mean, there's probably a crap ton of one-of-one Bonzos, one-of-one Haunted Ghastly Juniors, just because there's so many hat combinations possible.
They really should have
so
just
retiring
kept
of some hats would help out a lot.
Yeah, they really should have kept.
But the beak is old, so
effect.
and that's another thing. Okay, so let's talk about that. So, how do you determine what hats to scrap then? Based on what? Based on do you think they have some type of sales figures or some type of figures that show like who wears
Not necessarily.
What? Well, I think
and it's not necessarily like okay, who wears what? Well, a lot of people don't wear the unusuals that they have.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of people just trade.
They should start retiring the robo hats. Some of the robo hats.
Yeah. I mean, you can't
Hats
craft
are
them,
pretty
but
much like redundant, you know.
you're just paying the same amount for the hat that's already in. It's like, and it's kind of a slap in the face too. Why retire like the football helmet and the batter's helmet and all the other crazy stuff, but it's gonna release it in robo quality?
Yeah, exactly.
Like
I feel like the
ROB.
robo hats kind of screwed everything up.
That
Why?
was
Why pay, you know, that amount for the same hat? It could be, you know, better looking or worse looking.
I've said this before, and we're going on a tangent right now, but I think one fix for the robot hats would be if you wear a robot hat, it's just like the souls, and you become a robot, basically. Like instead of the voodoo souls, instead of you becoming a zombie,
Like
you
a give it
become a
special
robot.
quality.
If you're wearing a robot hat, you become a robot. I think that would fix it. That would be an incentive. People would be like, oh shit, I can fucking be a robot. That's cool. I like this hat.
well,
Do you really think it'll make that big of a difference though?
I do.
I mean, there's a reason. Why
It makes it
do
something
that, though.
unique. It makes an incentive to actually have that hat. It's like, oh shit, I can be a robot now when I wear this hat. That's cool.
Yeah, that's definitely would help.
I mean, because then there would be a reason to wear it. It's like, oh, I want to wear this because I like being a robot.
But there's a lot of robot unusuals. I'm talking not necessarily talking about unique robot quality hats, but we're talking about the unusual robot hats mostly, and how they just absolutely flood the market. And those are the first type of hats that start really flooding the market.
Well, I think they would allow if you're wearing unusual or non-unusual, it would just make you. Oh Jesus, get your foot on here. It would make you your robot even if it's unique or whatever.
But I do understand where Valve is coming from adding robo hats, because I mean it was the whole, you know, robot shit. It just makes sense.
Well, it was actually.
Ah, that's a very, very good point chat brings up. What about paying metal to play some game mode or have a perk for a short time?
Oh yeah,
that's
so
true. Yeah.
Actually, that'd be a good idea. Like, I mean, that would be a good idea and a bad idea because, let's just say you want to.
Everyone has metal though, so even free to play.
It's
technically. That's actually a sick idea actually.
Also, well, but you can also like you can also turn in like untradeable metal as well. You can get rid of like untradeable metal that way.
Yeah, then you get an untradeable reward or something like that. And it can't be used. You can't be even giftable with it or anything.
But what about an MvM tour that requires metal instead of tickets?
There's a gun down there, Ram.
Yeah, exactly. Something exactly like that.
Like a game mode just for metal.
I don't know where the gun is. I just don't want to get pooped on.
It's by the barrel of the tank.
Yeah, I better get out of there, chicken.
Interested.
Sentries though. They're killing
That's
me.
a fantastic idea, I think. So maybe a special map that you play. You put like a refined in, and you get a chance to win something or something like that. That'd be kind of cool.
We gotta take out this medic.
Yeah.
I might miss $1 here.
That's fine. Just win.
This big ass guy is gonna be pooping on his deck.
Kill him first. Kill him first. There we go. Good job.
Where's the medic?
He's right here, left side.
Yeah, it sucks if you die here. It's gonna drop much money.
The one coming.
A lot of great ideas to come up with this metal problem. I mean, it's easy fix it seems like, but they just have to implement it.
I mean, of course, like, I personally like the idea with the whole, okay, you gotta pay some metal to play a game mode, play some metal to have a perk. That would be cool, but I also understand why they kind of would.
Yeah, because
it
will take away from people playing MvM.
Well, it'd be.
It doesn't have to be MvM, and you can only get Australians from MvM. So I mean, it could be something else, like something weird. I don't know.
Yeah, just like a bot killer or something, or
Like
maybe
a mini game or something.
You
Yeah.
get like a, I don't know, some type of package
hat
or something.
or-
You get to open it up and it has a chance at something. Yeah, I don't know.
like a package that contains, I don't know, something like a name tag or something.
Kind of like Advanced Warfare, where you get like a special package you can open up and you get like random shit.
Yeah, something like that would be good too.
All the servers in Halloween.
So that would
I mean,
take
this-
care of the hat and the metal problem. Retiring hats, giving some uses for metal. What else do you guys want to talk about? Since
I don't know,
we're
does
in
the chat
last
have any
wave.
questions?
Yeah, we can definitely take some questions.
Or suggestions, or whatever?
Actually, one thing that we do need to go over that we haven't is MvM. We are playing MvM right now. Let's talk about MvM. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being not satisfied at all, 10 being very satisfied, how do you guys feel about the fun of MvM currently, this very day and age?
Yeah, asking us in the chat.
You guys.
I give it about a 4.
The fun factor.
4?
Out of
1
10.
to 10, I'd probably give it like 5 or 6.
5 or 6.
I mean, for us, it can be a little biased because we've done this so many times. It's practically a grind. I'd say, for me, after the whole grind aspect, I'd say about a 5. I'd say
For
5.
Low, because MvM fucked me a lot, and I have
true.
some bad memories from his. I'm like super biased. At this point,
So what do you give it?
a 2.
A 2. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, for someone who's just going into MvM, I think they would probably rate us a lot higher, like a 7
Higher,
or 8.
yeah.
Spy,
yeah,
spy.
Veterans would definitely rate it a lot lower.
because we've been through the shit.
Because think about it, you see people getting drops like all the time, and I get my first drop at fucking tour 119.
I ain't got a drop yet.
Like really? Yeah. See, like Teddy hasn't gotten a drop yet. It kind of like ruins the fun of it.
That was going to be my next question, is on a scale of 1 to 10, how fair do you think the drop system is?
Absolutely bollocks.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
Yep.
1.
A 1. Fairness?
Absolutely.
I mean,
bollocks
I
once
want
again.
you guys please to keep in mind, okay? I want you to keep in mind all the little tiny stuff that you've gotten over the days. All the professionals, all the like decent spec kits you've gotten, stuff like that. Take that into consideration and then give an honest answer, like on 1 to 10. 1 to 10.
4.
Alright, since you say it that way, I would give it a solid 5.
All right, and UTN.
Hold on, I'm trying to get some money. Hold on. Oh fuck, I died. There's some money up front.
Yeah, we've already missed some money. It's in this last wave.
Oh, this is last wave. Oh, I didn't know this.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I have my
I'm zoning out like crazy right now. I would probably rate it a 5 too.
5.
Yeah. I mean, I would like to see gold, but I totally, you know, just not talking about my own experience. I'm totally okay with the, you know, the percentages of the drops, because it keeps them
rare.
yeah, it keeps them like, you know, like, oh, if I do get it, oh my god, it actually means something.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
do you really feel like there's that many Australians in the game currently? Like there's more than the community
Well-
can possibly endure or can use
No,
themselves?
because
Definitely not.
Australians hold their value, and they're just as sellable as they were when they
It
first
just
came
depends
out.
on how many people are playing or not. If there's no people playing at all, they're obviously going to skyrocket.
And they have been going up lately.
Yeah, because no one's been playing MvM, yeah, see?
Yeah.
It just depends on how many people play. Like the sticky bomb launcher, you could get it easy for a bud when MvM came out. Now it's like what 2.5 or some shit.
But you can still,
bud.
but regardless, you can still get an easy 2.5 or something. Like easy.
That's like
the scatter gun. People literally will line up your doorstep to buy scatter guns. All the Australians are pretty valuable.
the Islander's like fucking $3 now. I had a hard time selling it for one before. Like I'm definitely okay with the rating. It's just my personal experience with it is bad.
Yeah. Mine personally, honestly, it's really hard to say. I mean, for the amount of time that I put into it, I feel like I deserve more.
Yeah, exactly.
But I really have gotten a lot of like decent stuff over the time. I've gotten lucky with hats. I mean, to be honest with you, I really wish that they would make something good drop from surplus or higher chance of getting a hat, because it's like,
or at least increase the price of surplus.
Yeah, because like why,
Who wants to spend
$1.50 is like $1.50 every time, and for like a tiny chance at a weapon or something like that. I don't know.
Actually, $2.50.
Well, it's
actually
I'm saying in the Steam community market, it's usually about $1.50.
Cause think about it. Like, how many tours do you have, Teddy? You have
97.
97 times 4.
That's
how much. That's how much money you spent already.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah. And I got my first Australian at 119, and I got a fucking Aussie axe.
Damn.
Yeah. Extinguisher.
But I bet you were happy as a pig in poop when you got it, though, weren't you?
I would be. Just to see something, just to see that gold.
Yeah, just to see that third box pop open. Oh shit! Speed!
Spy.
Oh my god, I'm so bad. Where is this scum? Right. Oh wow. Oh, I got a parachute. Sweet. Good luck, everybody.
I think I looked out because I got my first Aussie at like tour 40 or 50. I got a sticky bomb.
Yeah, I remember that.
Although that
oh,
was
look
like,
at that. You're a robot.
that was like months ago though, so I only managed to sell it for like 1.5 bucks.
Yeah, and you're getting bad luck, dude. I think Teddy's taking all your boxes, man.
Yeah, you need to move spots, man.
Robots don't get any boxes.
Nice
it's
hat,
proven.
though, Teddy.
Yeah.
So in closing, I would have to say for myself, I would give MvM overall about... I really have to do it and say I'd give it a 4. I can't give it a 5 because I feel like a 5 is me being like meh about it. But aside from playing every once in a while, I've generally it's gotten to where it's not fun anymore, and the rewards are so low. Chance of reward is so low to sit here and grind and spend dollar after dollar after dollar after dollar. And then I feel personally that making half the stuff uncrateable in crates is like a slap in the face.
Huge slap in the face.
Yep.
It's
like,
basically
makes it almost
like
not playable.
That's what I was gonna bring up too. The pro kits and all that shit
Yeah.
really fucked everything up, dude.
I agree. One of the biggest problems is you sit here and you have to spend $4 to get a chance at could be anything.
Not
right?
making your money back.
Whereas with the munitions crates, you're spending $250. It takes a second of your time. I mean, I can burn through hundreds of keys by the time it takes me to do one full tour of MvM. And I felt like when kill streaks came out, like it was such an inspiration. It was just like, oh man, we gotta play MvM, we gotta get this stuff. Like, and that's how it was. It was just like us, like we were like little warriors going into the trenches, killing these robots, and then like we're seeding the economy with all these parts and kits and stuff like that. And it was like a job type of thing, you know what I mean? Like we're populating the economy with all these kits, and then all of a sudden these crates come out. And it's just like, boom, inflation everywhere.
Yeah, and I mean, like, it's nice to see you getting that third box with a pro kit. I mean, that was not bad at all. But I mean, after fucking them releasing that shit, it just kind of killed it for me. And they released all the
good ones too, not just like the
bad
ones.
Good ones. Yeah,
like
exactly.
the rocket launcher, minigun.
So there's no point of really playing MvM except for the Australians now, because you could unbox that shit and fucking resell it. Without spending all that time.
I agree. And that's the thing. I mean, to look at it from, to put ourselves in Valve's shoes, I think the reason why they did that was to
Probably to
populate
squeeze a
it
few more
more,
bucks.
because people were probably not, there weren't enough effects and colors and variations and stuff dropping. Like the community needed more than what was actually being produced. So Valve probably went in and Valve probably went in and was like, hey, we're gonna make them uncrateable, so that way it gets distributed to everybody.
But then that's the bad thing. It doesn't make it rare anymore.
Right,
It doesn't make that
exactly.
sheen. You know, like someone would pay top dollar for that shit.
So people now have all this stuff on their weapons and they're enjoying it and everybody's having a good time. But those people that are playing MvM are like, wow, I'm wasting 4 hours of my life and I'm getting a turd. With a chance. I'm getting a turd with a very slim chance. So, I mean, I guess part of it is as humans, like it's like, I want it now type of thing. Like, I want to get an Aussie, but at the same time, like you said, if it wasn't regulated in some way, it would be devalued. They wouldn't, Aussies would drop and it wouldn't be worth quite as much. But I really feel like those kits were kind of the fuel. Like, you're like, it's like, oh man, I really want an Aussie. Oh, well, all right, I got like a decent little spec kit. I'll complete this kit and make a couple bucks off of it. And you weren't quite as mad about it. But now it's like the best spec kit you can get is only worth a couple of keys. The rest of them, I mean, if you build it and complete it, like you maybe will get lucky and get your money back for what you spent on the tour. But as expensive as tour duty tickets are getting now, it's like,
what do you think about
well, did we lose somebody?
I left by accident.
Oh,
You have
okay,
to
no
re-invite
problem.
me.
Yeah, no problem.
What do you think about adding difficulties to MvM and giving like a higher percentage for obviously the harder ones?
Oh,
I need a fucking ticket. Shit.
I don't know about that, because people are obviously going to do whichever one takes less time, basically.
Well, that's the thing though. They've kind of already done this, and that's with the bot killers. Like the blood bot killers, that's easy. That's the easiest mission, but of course it takes more time to do it. But then the hard missions that I'm talking about before Suit Cities came out was the what was that? The Diamond and the Carbon Autobot killer missions.
Yeah.
And those are the ones people did for a while. Of course, those got really boring after some time. And then they released the NG missions, and people did those to no end. Then those got really boring, and then those got devalued. These are really the only ones that haven't been super devalued to the point of being worthless.
And
like,
people still do play the other ones too. Rarely, but people still actually do play the other ones. Ah, my controller, shit. Are you guys good to queue up for another one, since we're still got some stuff to talk about?
Yeah.
I'm good.
All right, so Tien, this is your last one, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck, man.
Thank you.
Going back to MvM, I don't know. Like, I would have to say, from a consumer standpoint, I don't feel good about. I don't feel anymore, like, especially with this tour. Like, I don't feel the rewards are good enough to justify me spending. Like, I'm all about the good karma and the good luck type of thing. So I'm gonna call each tour costing me $6. We're just gonna say like I'm paying full price for everything. Let's say I don't know how to trade, I don't know how to get deals and all this stuff. Let's just pay out $6. So for $6, I get to spend 4 hours having a good time, right? Well, the problem is that these levels never change. There's no random factor to it. There's no panic event. There's no.
It's a grind.
Anything. It's just, this is exactly what happens. You go in, you do it, you get out. Oh shit! No, I'm not. Why am I doing medic on here? I'm crazy. It's just basically a grind, and I understand that that's good for people that are trying to get a chance at an Australian and stuff like that. But you really have to decide as a company: are people going to continue to play this 6 months after
Exactly
the fact? if there's no randomness, if there's no chance of something special happening. So I feel something that could save MvM would be the next mode has some type of RNG to it. It has a random robot that has a chance of spawning like a secret sneaky boss or something like that. Maybe if you kill him, you get extra money or something like that, which will help you get through the mission faster, that's pretty cool. I get to go through the missions faster. All right.
Or hell, maybe just like maybe have the map change up every now and then, like things are placed differently.
Yeah,
so
there
like,
you go.
It's not just like you know the map by heart. You have to constantly be aware of your surroundings then, because you don't know like what's the in and outs of the new map or the changed map.
Add a little bit of flavor to it. I mean, it just gets boring after a while. So, I mean, that's one thing that they could do to fix it. I feel like another thing that would help would be and please forgive me if if anybody from Valve ever sees this. I love TF2 and I love a lot of y'all's games, but I'm just saying this out of love. If you guys were super lazy and didn't even want to make a new tour, I think just adding in new Australian weapons as a chance of getting them,
yes, would make
people come back to this. Like I will speak from personal experience. If they came out with like some type of new crazy Australian ham or something like that, I'd be like, oh my god, I gotta get a ham. You know what I mean? Like I would play it. I would grind it out for another 30, 40, 50 tours. You know, I'd take the abuse. I wouldn't be the most thrilled, happiest person ever as if you guys were to maybe make a completely new set of maps, but I could dig it. I could tough it out.
Man,
other than that, agree. Like retiring the munitions crates would help a lot. Which, by the way, this is off topic, but why have we not seen a regular crate in a really long time? It's been just special crates and munition crates. They haven't made like a normal crate. They haven't made a normal crate in a while, and they also haven't made a salvage or rare type of crate in a while. I mean, I guess you can't even really say the real crates were ever really rare. They were just like sorta hard to get. So the last rare one would have been and that was forever ago. So it's like, where is this new crate?
Well, like I said, it's probably because that I mean, they're running out of strangers for one, and two, the last munitions crate actually did have strangers, and they had strange fires instead. Remember?
Yep.
So I guess it kind of counts, but it had the similar concepts, just in a different format. Like, you know, you can get hats, but they were stranger fires instead for hats, which I thought was more interesting, but it's kind of weird to have released a normal crate in a while. But one thing is for sure, that they are certainly running out of strange ideas for weapons. I mean like good ideas too. Like for the next salvage crate, I'm not sure what they would put inside of it.
Why do we need another crate though? Because, let me give you an example. If all of those strangifiers that were available in the last couple of crates that have come out were instead made droppable and required like crazy spooky items or whatever, don't you think that would have been better?
Well, if those are for cosmetics,
in
not
case
weapons,
they came
maybe,
out of if they came out of chem sets rather than out of crates. I think the fact that they're putting strangifiers in crates is like, why?
Why? It's like kind of useless.
I mean, they kind of staple, like, they made this image where, okay, we're going to put them in drop system as a rare to get, but now it just blocks times.
The reason why, to me, oh, Jesus. This little weasel thinks he's sneaky. Oh, you got him. The reason why it's weird to me is because when Strangifiers came out, I was thinking to myself, like, oh, it's a Strangifier. It's basically, it requires a Strange, right, and a bunch of other stuff. And you're basically, like, melting that Strange and applying it onto what this thing, right? Like, it kind of makes sense in your head. Like, oh, okay, you're putting this Strange and a bunch of parts in here, and then you're making whatever you put it on Strange. Well, when you get it out of a crate, it's just coming out of a crate. It's like getting a strange item out of a crate, which makes sense, but why not make it to where it's depleting something out of the system? I mean, you're killing two birds with one stone. You're giving the item the strange quality, and you're also depleting an existing strange that's already in the game that nobody wants. You know what I mean? Like, I think the implementation of those stranges, the implementation of those strangifiers can also be partially to blame for the metal problem right now.
Yep.
Because you don't need to, and also not only the metal problem, but the devaluing of some of the existing stranges. Like, there's no use for them. People don't use them. They just sit around in backpacks, and then
Exactly.
Yep.
it's just it's a vicious cycle.
They're still sitting in my backpack.
There needs to be the community creates more than what it can consume. There's too much metal because nobody can consume enough metal. There's just nobody crafting anything right now, so there's way more metal than what we can do with. Keys are constantly rotating out because, well, people buy games, people unbox stuff. Eventually, that's how a key gets destroyed.
Multiple uses.
Yeah, it's getting destroyed by unboxing something. But metal is not actually getting destroyed. It's just getting passed around and passed around and passed around some more and passed around some more. So it's it needs to go. But yeah, I would say, like, sorry, we're going off the topics again. Back to MvM. Switch gears. I think that new Australiums would be good. A new map would be amazing. I don't know how long it would take to cook up a map or pay somebody to cook up a map. I think an entirely new MvM mode would be phenomenal. Like, to where you're the attackers and the robots gotta defend you. Like, you guys are pushing a bomb up a hill and you gotta get it into the robot base, and the robots have like engineers and you gotta set up traps and like do all this crazy stuff.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah, it's
So
like a tower,
MvM
it's like a reverse tower defense. So like you're storming the castle type of thing. That would be cool. Something with some type of objective in it. Like, let's say right now, just as an example, pure example. There's some smelter on the side of the map somewhere, right? And we gotta like, instead of picking up money, we gotta collect enough robot parts to dump into the smelter to finish a bomb or something like that. And then you take the bomb, and that bomb, like, I don't know, it's like some special item where you hit the bomb, it like kills all the robots on the map or something like that, or it scrambles them or something like that, or saps them for a minute, you know what I mean? Like, that'd be cool. Just get creative with it. I mean, like, it doesn't have to be just blind, endless waves. I mean, you can add the RNG flavor to it, or you can come up with some different game modes. I think that there's
there's a lot you could do with MvM.
Yeah, there's ways of breathing some new life back into it.
Because I mean, it's been this way for a while now.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
What else? What other suggestions or ideas for MvM? How does he have? Oh god. Nothing. You guys are silent. Nothing to add.
Just focusing on robots.
Yeah. Fuck.
Anything regarding MvM?
Well, what they could probably do, I mean, this was just a thought I had, and they could probably incorporate MvM in the mix of this, but what if they had like a MOBA style TF2 with robots versus humans?
Ooh.
Where both sides have to attack, and they have to destroy objectives, and you have to protect each objective, kind of like a MOBA.
Wow, that'd be interesting.
But then how will the rewards work out?
Oh, so like capture points, and the robots will try to like capture the point versus you, and there's like a bunch of them all over the map. Ooh, that's interesting. That'd be kind of
like, yeah. So like so there's two bases, and one team has to deliver a bomb to the other base. or capture the point of the enemy base. And actually, I think I like the bomb. I do give the bomb more though.
What would the bomb be? What would the...
No, it's just like the normal bomb in MvM, except that both teams have
It's a neutral bomb?
Yeah.
Ah, and there's a cooldout. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Neutral bomb? Yeah, actually, that would be interesting. I like it.
Or you can make kind of like a,
4, 3.
I mean, here's an idea. How about just an endless tower defense? Like, you can have this on both free-to-play and man-up mode, but how about just an endless, you have to sit in one spot or a large area and you have to defend like a tower. And the robots are just going to constantly come and come and come, and they won't stop coming. And it's just basically there to see how long you'll last. And they'll constantly also get harder, the damage gets more advanced.
Whoa, Teddy, harder?
But
That's
That'd be
dirty,
cool.
man.
oh, okay.
If you had
Yeah.
rewards for it, like if you like say you made it like super far, it could increase the chances to get rewards. Like as you get farther.
Ah, so the deeper you get, since we're making dirty puns, so the deeper you go, the harder it is, and the bigger the reward, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Alright.
I feel like there's just some way that people can get around that though.
Well, I mean, like I said, you don't have to make it just simply a man only thing. You could just make it a free-to-play thing, just like test your skill or just have some fun. And this, you know, it can just go on forever and ever.
But then it would be a lootless mode, right? It would just be like a funsies thing.
Yeah, it could be just a funsy thing. I'm just suggesting MvM stuff, not in general.
Okay.
Although, like I said, it could be a man-up mode. Like, you pay to go in there and maybe have to other people's high scores would be other teams' high scores. Thus, maybe spawn a competitive mode.
Competitive MvM?
Yeah.
Like how fast you beat it,
Or maybe have
how much damage you do.
Alternatively, you could have red versus blue versus robots, where both teams are playing the same game, and they have to basically compete on killing robots with each other. The team to kill the most amount of robots at the end wins, or the team to do the objectives at the end wins.
That'd be cool.
So,
My
like,
cat
you can
looks
have.
so sad right now. What's up, bud? Fits or... You guys can't see my cat, but he's a cute little adorable munchkin. Actually, there might be a YouTube video somewhere. Dig around on my YouTube videos, guys. There might be something like that. And also, if this is your first time watching, there's lots of good stuff from the past around. Just dig around a little bit. Oh my god, I didn't even realize the tank was still up. What am I doing? I'm an idiot! I'm pimping my YouTube and the tank's still up. Shit! I am screwed. Alright, I'm on it, boys. Don't worry.
Right.
Chicken's on the case.
Shit's getting scary up front.
I'm on my way. You little wanker.
Anything else to talk about?
Beautiful. Sorry, I got sidetracked by killing robots. Okay, so we talked about MvM, we talked about metal, we talked about hats. Let's see. Let's talk about this since it's time-sensitive issue as well. Let's talk about end of the line update, Christmas update, Hyperino. This
Duck
video
update.
was made. What is today? Today is officially Thursday, November 22nd. Happy Thanksgiving to anybody out there. I will clip this and put this on YouTube probably by the end of the day today. So you guys might be watching this eating turkey leftovers, fat and full and happy.
Rest in turkey.
But rest in turkey, yes, exactly. So yeah, let's talk about end of line update, Christmas update. Okay, so what do you want to talk about first? End of line or Christmas?
Or end of line.
End of the line.
End of line. Okay. What do you think is going to be in the end of line up crates? Since that's all we know about the updates as far as crates.
I highly have a feeling that they're gonna add new effects.
New effects in the crates.
Well, here's why everyone thinks that, and and it's a pretty good reason to think it too, because I actually think it too. But on James McVee's website, if you don't know, James McVee's the guy who's orchestrating the end of the line event, who's also making the video. But he says on his website, after to a reply to someone's comment asking what's their favorite unusual effect on the Tamo Shanter, aka his favorite hat, he says, you know, out of all the Tamo Shanters I have, my favorite effect is yet to come out, or you have to wait to see it. Implying that it's gonna be
my favorite effect? Well, you're gonna have to wait to see that one. Or what?
Yeah, that's what he
damn
says.
it! What does he say?
He said, well, he does say that. That's the last part of the comment.
Oh,
Basically, he's implying that it's going to be a new neutral effect. Or set.
Please, no more hats, no more unusual effects.
no more effects? Why?
It's like the market is just getting
Saturated.
Yeah.
Well, that's why we need the retiring of hats.
Well, it wouldn't. Well, here's the thing.
It's kind of works in the same sense.
I tried to pop my.
Scout getting by.
Like for instance, when the robot effects first came out back in 2013, people were like, "Oh wow, this new generation of effects is so cool. We all love them because it's brand new and we haven't gotten a new generation of effects in a long time." But the problem with that was literally like a month later they released the third generation effect, aka the summer effects. And that completely disrupted the market and unbalanced it because now there's way too many hats and way too many unusual effects. And
But nobody really. Okay, we can say that nobody really likes third gens. Like people like Cloud9's alright, and that's about as far as it goes, I think, for most people, right? Nobody really likes anything else from third gen, and maybe Disco, right?
Well, see, that's the thing though, is that because no one, there's such a bad name around it. I'm not saying no one likes it, because there are people who do like them, but because it does have like a negative aura around it, people now assume, oh yeah, all these new generation effects are basically just third gens now. Is to have this, bad stigma about it.
Which effect?
That was all the new generation, like, the 2013 Halloween effects, robot effects are now paired up with the third gen effects.
Oh yeah, robot. But see, robot effects are gorgeous, I think.
I love robot effects.
Yeah.
Probably one of my favorite generations, yeah.
And you shouldn't pair that up with a third gen.
But since it was released so close to it, people have like the stigma that's basically just third gens.
Yeah, I know.
Because you'll see like on Outpost, people saying like, I don't want the robot effects, I don't want this, I don't want that.
Yep. Well, that's the thing. So, I mean, third gen nobody likes. So what's wrong with them coming out with a new set of effects that people maybe actually do like and retiring?
Like for example, the Halloween effect this year. Like, it's gonna be worse than
those
the
look.
third gen, I think.
I'll be honest, were rushed and crappy. I don't like them. I mean,
Yeah, they were
Bonzo's
super
maybe
rushed.
nice, but the other ones are just kind of like me.
I feel like they're gonna be worse than the third gen. That's my opinion.
I thought I could melt them real quick. You think it's gonna be worse than third gens? All right. Well, I guess we have yet to see because it's probably. I mean, I just have a feeling. I just have a feeling. It's been way too long since they've released effects, and if not for hats, then we're definitely gonna get some type of new taunt effect because I think we're overdue for one. I just see it coming. I think the end of the line crate is going to have. My prediction of the end of the line crate is that it's going to have a few weapons and a few hats, and it's going to have a new effect of some sort that can only be unboxable through that very crate, or you can get any other generation effect too. So it's going to be like the Thirst Blood, only that it's not going to be only on Thirst Bloods. It's going to be any hat that comes out of the crate. You can get that one special effect. Maybe it's going to be like Snowstorm or something like that. And everything else, or maybe Rubber Duckies, I don't know. Rubber Duckies or Snowstorm, I don't know, something like that. And then everything else, you can unbox any other generation effect from it. I think that's my prediction.
Well, one Well, the whole like that crate's gonna have a certain type of effect. It's only gonna have yield those effects from that crate. I guess evidence to support that would be the fact that when the robot crate first came out back during the robotic boogaloo, that was the first community-made update, and this is now the second community-made update.
So they should make effects that pertain to that update.
Maybe. We'll see.
Which would be cool, because I mean, honestly, I think Christmas would be more popular than Halloween.
But
yeah,
so you
I mean,
so let's talk about that.
fresh.
So do you think that that they're pairing it with Christmas then?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I mean, you know, the whole snowstorm thing, the train thing, feels more Christmassy.
It feels
than
like more Christmas, yeah. I could see them like tying it together.
I mean, I'm not sure when it'll come out. Valve has, you know, done this before where they've released the crate and it's taken a long time for the key to come out. Good example is the Strongbox crate keys. Those took a while to come out.
Yeah, they took a while.
Of course, the Strongbox keys were kind of a disaster.
Yeah. At least they're trying new things.
I mean, that's what TF2's all been about for the last couple of years. It's trying new things.
Yeah.
And then they collected data from TF2 and then they implemented to other games. So TF2 is essentially the guinea pig for these other games.
Yeah, if you think about it, TF2 compared to other games, we get a lot more updates.
Yep.
Tons
Oh no,
more
I'm not
updates.
saying Valve doesn't care about TF2 anymore. They still very much care about TF2. But yeah, winter effects would be cool. And
Yeah, well,
I think what you say people would like more than Halloween because they're just a newer concept and people would, you know, it would just feel more fresh.
Yeah, because the only winter effect we have is Blizzard. And I honestly feel like Christmas effects would be so much more cooler than Halloween effects.
The thing that boggles my mind is just the time frame on all this. We're talking about it's November 27th here. That we're sitting on this crate that we have no key for. Steam has launched their mini Christmas sale.
Autumn sale.
Well, I'm not gonna consider it autumn. It runs through December, so autumn's over, man.
Well,
their mini. Let's just say their mini winter sale, and I mean, unless they're planning on changing up the entire Christmas update, which I guess is possible, don't you think it's a little bit late to have this crate come out and then here in about another, I don't know, week or two, they're going to start dropping Naughty and Nice crates?
That's another thing, Naughty and Nice crates, and I feel that they should not be putting any more Strange Fests in the game, and if they do, they should make something very unique.
Really? So you don't want any more Strange Fests? So then what would you want instead then? What are you going to put in the Christmas crate or Christmas update?
Well, before I tell you what they should put in, I'm going to tell you why I think they shouldn't put any more Strange Fests in the game. I've told Chicken this, but I feel that the farther they deviate away from stock weapons, the less interest people are going to show in Strange Festings. So as we all know, the first generation Strange Festings, which are all stock weapons and popular stock weapons and that, were the most popular weapons in general. Second generation, which yielded some stock weapons, but still, and like a racing or two, but still remained pretty true to them, received more praise. And then the third gen, which deviated very far away from stock weapons, so they only having like 1 or 2 stock weapons.
But we need
And
festive bread. We need
festive
festive bread.
That could work, I guess. I mean, I suggested Strange Festive Australians of some kind.
Strange Festive Australian is too strong though. Nobody would want festive, and nobody would want Australians. They would just want Strange Festive Australians.
Well, I was gonna suggest like either one of two things. If they were to release those though, maybe like for the naughty crates, or maybe just put one winter crate and then have it like have some weapons, maybe strange festive variants of those weapons. I don't know, and then maybe some hats, but all having in one crate. And then instead of having a third gen unusual, make it so that you have a small chance of unboxing a strange festive Australian, opposed to an unusual.
Oh, that's right. That's right. So you can unbox. Well, that's actually interesting. I forgot we talked about that.
Or maybe like a new new festive items.
Well, so going back then, what do you think is going to be in the line crate?
Dude, a festive pan will be pretty cool. A festive ham.
Strange festive ham. What would it be? A ham with Christmas lights around it, or a ham wrapped in wrapping paper or something?
Maybe. And it'll be like
wrapping paper and a
rare.
bowl around it. Oh, that'd be kind of cool. But then it would get rid of the squishy sound.
Yeah, you can still have the squishy sound.
A festive pan would be pretty cool.
But the strange pan's are already going down. Like, I feel like, and that's actually a great question. Why is the strange pan going down? Is it because it's just not usable in many servers?
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a free.
Because how many bacon greases got unboxed, honestly? Like a ton?
Quite a few.
How much are they worth now? Wasn't it like 8 keys or some shit for a strange pan?
Something around there. How much is it now?
I'm not sure. I don't keep up about it.
Oh, by the way, what wave we on? I forgot.
6 out of 7.
6 or 7.
Oh, okay.
I need to upgrade my jump height. It's really important. Alright, there we go. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's sexy. Oh, that's sexy. Come in and be like, what up? Okay. This is not gorgeous. Okay. I gotta admit, that's too much fun.
The one we have to talk about.
Oh god, my body, it burns! Okay, so to recap, what do you guys feel is going to be in the
new unusual effects.
New unusual effects in general, or is it going to be like a limited time thing, or?
I think limited.
I don't know about limited. Actually, I mean, it does make sense. I mean, Halloween's the same shit, so if they do put it with Christmas, then yeah, it should be limited.
So will you only be able to get new effects from these crates, or will you be able to unbox any effect?
I think
new effects. Only new effects, yeah.
Only new effects. Okay.
Just make it exactly like Halloween.
Okay. Alright, so new effects in the end of the line crate. What do you think is going to be in the crate itself?
Weapon. Well, they said they want to try and not do as many cosmetics, but I think they're going to be a few cosmetics and probably weapons. Although they can't just like hold the crate up only on weapons though, because that wouldn't work. Maybe some strange stuff like strange cosmetics, like the limited crates.
Strange cosmetics?
Mm-hmm. Like, that were probably going to be featured in the end line update, video.
Ooh, the video. Let's talk about the video. Are you looking forward to the video? I most certainly am.
Although, it's apparently not going to be voiced. It's only going to be, silent, the whole thing.
What?
Yeah, I thought you
How'd you find that out?
You told me that.
Who?
You.
No.
Yeah, you did, remember? You were talking that one time.
Did I?
Yeah.
Well, how do we figure that out? Oh, this is the big boy.
Yeah, it is.
Hello, big boy.
I forgot how we figured that out. We probably should look that up again, but I could have swore you said something along the lines that it was going to be a silent video.
Yeah.
Or when I say silent, I mean like it's going to be no voice acting.
Die, mates.
Everyone fucking died.
All right, boys. TN, good luck on your drop, mate.
Let's hope for Australian Coop disaster.
And then the last thing that somebody brought up, that somebody wanted to bring up keys, and I also wanted to talk about, touch base on the Christmas update, which we already kind of have. Any thoughts, suggestions, questions, comments, concerns? Anything you guys want to add regarding keys and Christmas update?
Honestly though, if they don't do something soon, we are all fucked.
What's the problem?
The refined and going back to the refined and the keys and all that shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you feel that a lot of limited items now being able to be sold on the Steam community market, including, remember when we got an update where all Stranges, this was a while ago, but where all Stranges could be sold on the community market, and then shortly thereafter they made it to where Killstreak, anything could be sold on the market, and then after that we got the one this summer where anything limited could be sold on the market. Do you feel like that? Do you feel like that the fact that it's just so easily accessible, cut by anyone? Do you feel like that's partially responsible for the devaluing of
it definitely
like
doesn't
buds
help.
and bills and stuff like that?
It definitely doesn't help.
Yeah, it's so accessible, like, and it's
Exactly.
24 hours available. If somebody's in a hurry, they can sell it cheaper than you. There's no waiting.
But then that money is limited though.
Yeah, you can only say in the community market, but what do people most of the time buy? Just a ton of keys.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, having one fire resist is like saving my ass.
Yeah, I've maxed out fire resist.
Yeah, same.
Helps a lot.
I don't really put anything in the bullet resist on this wave. There's nothing that really fires bullets.
Yeah.
Snipers, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even change mine.
Buys the pyro.
Oh, you fucker. I feel the economy is in the state it is currently, basically as a summarization. I feel the economy is in the way it is now because there's nothing to do with metal. You can buy everything you want on the Steam community market 24/7. And good luck, by the way, again.
Good luck.
Yep.
You can buy anything you want off the Steam community market 24/7. Ooh, baby, what I get?
Oh.
A tide turner. I'll take it. There's way too many hats in the game. Oh, that's speaking about hats. Is there anything that you guys think needs to be going missed anytime soon? Aw, bummer.
Anything needs to go misc?
Mm-hmm.
They haven't done one.
Oh no, TN. Welcome back to MvM, dude.
This is exactly my point.
Welcome back, bro.
I heard there was some burning bandana hype.
Ooh,
What about the Pirates bandana? I think it'd be more of a qualified miss.
I think the pirate bandana would be.
the demo needs one. The demo.
Yeah, the demo definitely needs one.
But I personally think that they should not make hats in the miscs because, for one, that most of the time looks ugly, and second, they should just, there's a ton of perfect miscs that they have already in the game that could work as good candidates. Just make those unusual, make those obtainable unusual quality instead of making more miscs. So what they could do
with that current system, though, Teddy, that would make it to where it would be just added to the unboxable list, which we already talked about. You can get 50 bazillion different types of hats, so that's not really good for anybody either.
I mean, what they could do is
they
just
have to
retire,
they have to combine that with they have to combine
retire a
that
bunch
with
of hats,
retiring.
and then
Yep.
make a few more, obtainable and user quality, or at the very least, just choose good things to become miscs. Or if they're gonna make a hat into a misc, how about you actually rework it so it fits the class, so it doesn't look like really stupid. Like for instance, the mining blade, how that just completely doesn't work with anything.
Yeah.
There's not a single. There was maybe 1 or 2 hats that actually works with. Even it doesn't even work with the Huar. That's how bad it is.
And the Huar can usually
Fit
cover
almost
up
anything.
anything. Yeah. Real quick, because I don't know, are you doing the last? Are you doing the next one with us, Tien, or are you ducking out?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll finish it with you guys.
Real quick, guys, because I know we've been going on for about 2 hours now, and I kind of want to chop the YouTube vid right around here. So those of you that are out on YouTube, we're going to close up here, and then I will do a too long didn't read version at the very end to summarize everything that we talked about, and everybody can help me out in case I forget something. But thank you for tuning in thus far if you've been with us from the beginning. If anybody has any questions in the chat, feel free to throw them out. We're going to be including this last bit. And then you guys here in the chat, everyone in general, do you guys have anything to add about anything we talked about today? Dead silence.
Oh, you're talking to us?
Yeah.
We talked about some stuff.
Yes, we did. Yes,
I mean,
we did.
There's not much to add. We basically covered everything.
Yeah.
Pretty much the gist of it, yeah.
Okay.
Let's get this economy back up, please.
Let's get this economy back up. Okay. You heard it. You heard it here, Valve. Get the economy back up.
Because a lot of people are jumping ship. Just saying.
CS:GO is
That's
getting
another
unpopular
thing that
because of
happened
it.
this summer. Yes, and CS:GO is getting popular because people are moving over from TF2 into CS:GO, and maybe that's something that Valve actually wants.
Yeah, because I mean, in hindsight, that's not a bad thing for Valve.
I think, yeah, chat mentioned that trading feels really slow right now. I agree. We're at a kind of a standstill right now to where MvM's gotten kind of stagnant. We haven't had a new map in a while, aside from the broken, crappy shit Carnival one, which I'm not even gonna get into bitching about the Halloween update much on this one. We're just gonna zip it and just move on, and I'll just say that I was very disappointed with the Halloween update this year.
We can talk about the Halloween later.
We can definitely talk about that some other time. Well, as a summary for today's show and what we talked about, I think that all of us that do a lot of trading can say that the economy is definitely in a state of not necessarily dire emergency, but it's in a very big slump, and it's in a big decline. I've seen several comments on backpack.tf and TF2 Outposts of people rebutting other people's posts about prices for things. Basically everything that costs metal is going up right now because metal is going down. Keys are shooting up because, again, metal is going down. In general, metal is just not worth anything, and it being the basis and the very foundation of everything in the game is a big problem. You can't just keep driving down the cost of metal without having any consequences on the other items. I feel like the addition of Steam Community Market items being added, so you can sell earbuds and Bill's hats and stuff like that on the Steam Community Market, is also a detriment. There's a lot of people in this game, and I mean no disrespect to anybody, but if you're a kid and you live at home and you don't have any bills and you don't really care, I mean, of course you can undercut somebody by $5 and it's not going to really affect you. A lot of people do this for a living. A lot of people do this for real profit. A lot of people can't afford to make those types of cuts. And when people can afford to make those types of cuts over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, that's how the prices of things get dropped down. We definitely need collector's sets bad for lots of items. I think that Valve, I'm talking to you directly, man. Please make collector's kits for just about any item in the game. It doesn't even matter if you guys come out with a Who War collector's kit. Someone might never, ever finish it, but at least it exists in the game, and it might be like the talk of the century. Like, oh my God, you know, is anybody ever gonna finish this kit? Is, you know, and it might be a completely ridiculous thing, but it just would be interesting. It would stimulate something for people to do. A lot of us don't. I'm speaking for myself personally. A lot of us don't play pub games. A lot of us don't just go in and play the grind of. I know that that's what the game was originally intended for, but I'm an MvM player. I like playing custom stuff. I like trading. I like crafting. I really feel like collectors needs to come back in a big way. Different types of collectors kits, more of them. I would, as an MvM player, I am begging you to please, if you're not going to take away the munitions crates, can you please just make them rare drops, like RoboCrate type of rare, like to where it's like rare to get it, so it's like a treat if you get one, and it's not available like in tons and tons and tons and tons, because it makes MvM not worthwhile to play. As far as MvM goes, increase the drop rates a little bit on maybe specialized kits or professional kits, since you can unbox them now anyway. That would be nice. I would like to be greedy and say increase the Australian drop rate. I want you to look me in the eye, Valve. If anybody, Valve, I'm talking to you as a company. Look me in the eye, okay? I know y'all turned your little switch down a little bit, and the drop rate for whatever the percentage or whatever algorithm you have in place, I'm not a programmer, but I know that that algorithm has been messed with, because when this tour first came out, people were getting them left and right. So you can't tell me that just because less people are playing now, less stuff is dropping. I think something's been meddled with. I think y'all need to, you know, I'll keep it a secret. We'll keep it a secret. We're not going to tell anybody about it. Y'all just need to crank that knob up just a little tiny bit more. I think people will be a little bit more happier, a little bit more willing to do the grind. Looking forward to the end of line updates. Hope you guys are as well too. Some predictions we made today were that there were going to be new unusual effects being available in the crates. So if you have your end of line crates, hang on to those. We still have no key as of today. Today is the 27th of November 2014. Don't know when you're watching this video, but what else? Oh, the retiring of hats. We need to retire a ton of hats. There are way too many hats available to be crafted right now. There are way too many hats available to be dropped right now. So I say we take some out of the drop system completely and the craft system completely. We take some of those out, pull them out. I think that's what the general consensus was retire some hats, and then also pull the plug on some hats being able to be crafted, so that way when you do craft a hat, you have a smaller pool, smaller chance of crafting something. There's way too many hats in the game right now. I think we need to do some retiring and some removal. In addition to collector sets and chemistry sets for Stranger Fires. Stop putting Stranger Fires in crates, Valve. That's lazy. Stop it. Make people make their own Stranger Fires. We need to get rid of this metal. We need to get rid of this metal, and we need to get rid of these nasty Strangers that nobody uses, just clogging up backpacks and trading posts and all this other stuff. Condense all that crap down. Get it out of the system. Get it out of the system. We need that gone. So, collector sets, Stranger Fires. Lastly, honestly, Valve, I gotta say, if you guys don't make some type of use for metal soon, even as a free-to-play player, the game, I mean, people play this game because they have dreams of champagne wishes and caviar dreams in their heads of getting this fatty unusual eventually one day. It's going to be harder for people to do that, and it's going to kill the dream. The dream will be dead. Don't kill the dream. Keep the dream alive. We need something to do with metal. Metal needs a use. Make another bread box. Make another... Maybe make a game. That's another thing that was brought up. Maybe make a game mode or a special perk that requires metal. And so in addition to collector sets and chemistry sets, that produce strange fires. We need a use for metal beyond that. We need the retiring of hats, both from the craft system and the drop system in the game in general. What else did I miss, boys? Anything? Can't think of anything else. Potential.
That's pretty much it.
New Australians potentially. New Strange Festives. No, you guys don't want new Strange Festives, right?
New Australians would be nice.
New Australians would be good. Another MvM tour would be good. Maybe a new MvM mode would be good in general too.
An MvM mode would definitely.
Oh yeah.
Back.
MvM mode, I would just be playing TF2 nonstop.
All right, well that is the final thoughts. Thank you for watching the video. We will complete this tour and maybe get another Australian. But until next time, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave a comment if you enjoyed this video. Leave your thoughts about the... I'm actually very, very, very interested in hearing what you guys have to say regarding your takes on the economy. What do you think is happening? What do you think would be a fix? We talked about craftable keys, so I'm probably going to see that in the comments. I'm probably going to see somebody talking about keys being craftable, but I'm open for suggestion and ideas. Like I said, I think if there's one thing that Valve is still doing is they're still keeping an ear and an eye out for the community. I don't think that they want the game to die. I don't think that they want trading to die. I don't think that they want people's lives to be ruined because their backpack keeps devaluing. But we will have to see. I guess we'll do another update when we finally get the updates. So till next time, thanks for watching. And cut. Okay.